This is to introduce this year's new reverse gear product. This set is our current reverse gear product. We've been producing this for about 2 years now. Now the reverse gear wrench can be used with an adapter for use with a socket set. This is already widely known and accepted in the industry. So you have the functionality of the reverse gear wrench with reversible ratcheting. And with a socket adapter, I have all the functionality of a ratchet. Now this tool is good, but it can be better with greater functionality. So let's look at how this tool's been improved. This demo block shows certain workspace situations. Sometimes a nut is inset in a hole with a long bolt. You'll see this kind of situation with a long bolt and a double nut on an automobile air filter, for example. So these double nuts can be special problems for end users. So for this kind of situation, if you try to use a traditional reverse gear wrench, the reverse gear wrench cannot reach the inset nut. Even when the reverse gear wrench is used with an adapter and a socket, the deep inset fastener still cannot be reached due to the length of the bolt, because it is not a go-through tool. So this is a limitation that needs to be overcome. When you have a long bolt with a spaced fastener where the nut is not close to any surface, the wrench is difficult to control because it will easily slide off the nut. This happens especially when you're working from a long distance. The wrench slips off the nut too easily. Now if there's a double nut, the traditional reverse gear wrench can reach the lower nut. So for this kind of situation, the regular user will use a traditional wrench, or they might try to use a deep socket. But sometimes, if the bolt is too long, even a deep socket won't work, and the user will run into the same problem. An end user might try to use a traditional capstop wrench on this double nut situation. This kind of capstop wrench has a flange to stop the wrench from moving past the nut, so it can give very stable operation on the top nut. However, this kind of wrench cannot reach the lower nut in a double nut situation. In addition, this kind of wrench cannot be used in situations where you might want to use the tool upside down. So for this kind of workspace example, another kind of tool that an end user might want to use is a go-through ratchet. Now, a go-through ratchet can reach an inset nut. However, if you're working with small sizes and small places, for example, with this 10 millimeters fastener, this tool is not practical. The head is too big. So you see the weakness of this tool is that every size of socket has to use the same large head ratchet. So for these kinds of situations, we have designed a capstop go-through ratcheting wrench. The tool has a groove and a ring in the gear wheel. This capstop set has the same basic functions as the original reverse gear wrench set. The 12-piece set has sizes ranging from 8 to 19 millimeters with adapters. However, every wrench size has a corresponding go-through socket of the same size. Remember, the end user does not want a large head ratchet or large head wrench to go with his small sockets. So in this set, every wrench has a socket of the exact same size for use on that size fastener. Now here are the features of this new system. The go-through capstop wrenches have all the same functions of a reverse gear wrench, so it can handle all the same applications. Go-through capstop wrenches can also be used with an adapter for use with traditional sockets. But when looking at the same fastener problems as before, we see that the problem of the long bolt can be easily overcome with the use of a go-through socket, no matter the length of the bolt. Even the 10 millimeter nut in the constricted area is easily accessed by this tool. When working in small spaces, the small head that matches the socket size makes this tool much more practical. This is the 8 millimeter go-through socket. As you can see, the user will not have the kinds of access problems associated with a go-through ratchet, and the length of the bolt does not affect the performance of this system. Another feature is the capstop function. When working on a nut away from a surface, the wrench will stay on the fastener and not slip. A patented ring inside the gear wheel keeps the wrench from slipping off. Traditional reverse gear wrenches will slip off the nut in this situation. The capstop system provides very stable use. Traditional capstop wrenches have a flange, and they cannot pass over a fastener. This new capstop system can pass over the top nut if the end user so wishes in order to access the lower nut in a double bolt situation. In some situations, a user might need to use the tool upside down because the angle of the wrench prevents regular use. This capstop wrench can still slide over the nut to be used in this way. A traditional capstop wrench cannot be used in this case because the flange blocks the fastener. So this go-through capstop passes over the nut when the user needs it to. And this same wrench works with a go-through socket with a matching socket for each size wrench. This gives the end user maximum access to the widest range of workspace configurations. Go-through ratchet set. It can also have all the functionality of a traditional socket set. And naturally, it has the functions of a regular reverse gear wrench set. So, the go-through capstop set is essentially a 3-in-1 set for functionality. The functions of this reverse gear wrench set and this go-through ratchet set, and also a traditional standard socket set, are all included in this new go-through capstop set. With this system, if a user buys one set of reverse gear wrenches, for a small increase in cost, he gets the full 3-in-1 functionality of this new set. This gives greater value to the end user. We thank you for watching this introduction to our new product.